everybody, welcome back for another disposable review. Kind of excited about this one. Relatively new to the scene. It's Cutie Plus U, and they have put out a set of diapers, Little Prince and Little Princess. I'm with it. Now, I've said before, I'm not judging anybody for wearing what they like. I don't care. You wear what you like. But here's a company that went, we're going to release boy-coded and girl-coded just to start from there. And I think it was a great idea. I think it's a great idea that often gets overlooked. Yes, we do have specific pockets of, the subculture that prefer different things, but I think coming at it from, hey, we don't care what you want to wear, we just know that some people want boy-coded and some people want girl-coded, and we're going to release just an identical product for both. I think it's a great idea. So let's see what else they have coming towards us in the future, but for now, let's see what they've given us. So I did buy the Little Prince because y'all know me and I am boy-coded, or I prefer boy-coded stuff. So we'll take a look here. Now they did go ahead and go with some very soft colors. The blue is not it's more of a lighter pastel kind of blue, which is cool. An orangish yellow gold color there, which orange and blue are complementary colors, so I think that definitely does help make the print pop, give us a little more there. On the back, more of that with these nifty little castles, pretty cool. So in the main part of the shell, we've got little, some little unicorn things there, and some crowns. And then off to the side here, we have these little crowns and stars and stuff. And I think that's a nice contrast. You've got the colored on the white, and then the white on the color. I think that's cool. So, let's dig in. So, shell in the landing zone, as I'm sure you can tell, these are definitely a stiffer, kind of more waxy plastic feel, very, very smooth, and very loud. The landing zone, it's nice and it's actually a little more slim than a lot of other brands. It goes from about here to here. Ends right here at about his chin. So a little bit narrower. Kind of tighten up the fit a little bit, I think. But nice and strong without being overly thick. Definitely has that strong mylar feeling to it, but without being like really super thick. And it does add a lot to the crinkle. So, the liner in the acquisition zone. Liner's nice and soft. Just kind of your typical smooth liner feel. Acquisition zone, nice and wide. Covers the majority of the pad there, the inner pad liner. So, leak guards, nice tall leak guards like we see from our typical boutique diapers, so that's good. Leg gathers, we got 4 strands of elastic there. Plenty of stretch. Very nice. The tapes. Tapes are pretty standard. I feel like with the landing zone, they're a little bit closer together. So that's kind of cool, but nice 2-finger wide tapes. And my light is not good. I just set everything back up. Still, we'll get her fixed. And then the print and design, I've really already talked about, just because it was something new. Maybe I'll just change that to the first thing we talk about from now on. We'll see what happens. So, but there it is, the Cutie Plus U little prints. Let's try it on and see how it looks. All right, so here we are with it on. Now, like a lot of the other brands, they've got this line that runs down here. Definitely very bulky. There's a lot of padding here. Very comfy, very thick padding, very fluffy. As I'm sure you can hear, these things are really loud. So, like I was saying, the tapes are a little bit closer together here. So I feel like it gives me a better around the waist fit. Waistband rise is a little higher than I like, but I do like the way they're cut. These are a medium, and typically a lot of the brands, the medium, the bottom tapes come all the way into here on me. So I like that they end up being further back here and still give that nice tight fit around the sides and around the legs. It's very nice. So, of course, we got the prints there, and then the castle back here. So, I think these are some pretty cool looking diapers. And like I said, I really like the fact that they did boy coated and girl coated. I'll scoot off to the side here and I'll throw some pictures up of the princess one from their advertisements. So, there it is. Y'all know what comes next. Let's try it out for function. See you back here for the wrap-up. Hey everybody, welcome back for the wrap-up on Cutie Plus U Little Prints. What can I say about these? They're a good addition to the lineup as far as what's available to us as ABDL people. Like I said, I think it's great that they came, right out of the gate. Said, okay, boy coated, girl coated, buy whatever you want, whatever. I think that's a definite win. So, construction, 5s all the way down the board. The shell's nice and strong. The landing zone's nice and strong. Tapes stick to it really well. The liner and acquisition layer, great. Nice and soft, super comfy. It's definitely got that squishy feel with the wetness, rather than getting stiff and as it fills up. Some brands do that, some brands don't. It's not about brand, sometimes it's about a particular product. It's whatever. But yeah, leak guards and leg gathers have held up great. And once again, the print design, I think it's great. It's got stuff going on, but it's not super crazy. I think definitely when you're talking about CGL dynamics, regardless of whose gender is where, there's something for everybody, I think, in this print and design. The fit and feel, Comfort and looking lines, both solid 5s, a comfortable wear. And I like the overall look, and I like the lines that are incorporated into the print. The waistband rise and the padding bulk, I gave both 4s, solid 4s. I don't particularly like it when it comes all the way up to my belly button as far as the waistband goes. But it's not horribly annoying on these. The padding in bulk, it's bulky enough, and the padding's great. There is bulkier out there. Hip and thigh irritation, though, is a 5. Even after 7-ish hours, there's no irritation on my thighs or my hip area. And then function, waddle factor, gave it a 4. Not super waddly, like that kind of goes hand in hand with the bulk. They're not super bulky, so they're not super waddly. You throw a booster in there and that's going to change, though. So if you're looking for more bulk and more waddle factor, then throw a booster in there. Good to go. Crinkle, I gave them bonus points on this one. These things are loud. This is not a wear outside the house diaper. I've had a couple of them that I've said this before, and this one goes on that list. It was so loud. I'm home alone, and I'm like self-conscious about how loud it is. Just because, like, if I had to answer the door or something, somebody's gonna be like, "You got a grocery sack in your pocket or something? What the heck? That's loud." They are that loud. Yeah. So private home use only on these is my recommendation there. But as far as the rest of the function goes, durability, the wings have held up nice. The tapes didn't separate from the wings at all, even after 7 hours. Absorption and capacity, great. That many hours and drinking lots and lots of coffee like I do, because I'm old and it's the only way to get through my day sometimes. And no leaks and no press out. So that's pretty impressive. I mean, it shouldn't be such a thing, but there are plenty of cuts and brands and stuff like that I have had leaks and press outs with before. So good on them for that. And then my overall cuteness level, I gave them a 5. I think they're a really fun little print that can also work with like middles that like to wear. It's not too babyish, but it's little enough. I like the color, it's not monochromatic. They use, like that orangish gold offset with the blue. Like I said, those are complementary colors, so it kind of makes everything stand out more. I think it's a great overall looking diaper. So totaling all the scores, doing the math, comes out to 4.9, so that's a 5. So yeah, go out and give these things a try. I got them on Amazon. I know that they are available on My Inner Baby. We'll just pull that up real quick because I don't know what the pricing is like. I'm sure on Amazon, I got a sample 2-pack, so I'm sure it's similar to that. What is going on with my phone? Come on. Yikes. There we go. Okay, so for the 2 diaper sample on My Inner Baby, it is $16.95, so $17. And a bag of 10 is $47.95, so $48 plus shipping and everything, which is a bit pricey, but the price of everything has gone up lately. So it's not just this particular brand is expensive, everything's gone up. The way everything is, as far as the economy and everything goes right now. Boy, I'm gonna have to chop the crap out of this. Okay, so long story short, I don't remember what I paid to get the sample off of Amazon. They weren't available yet at My Inner Baby when I did order them. But yeah, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I gave these a try. You guys know where I fall on that whole deal. I know the price per unit and everything, but for me, I like to have the variety, so it's whatever. So that's it on this one. Cutie Plus U. I think you guys knocked it out with your new offering here. I think it's great to see newer companies coming up and trying to put something out, trying to do something original as you can get. So that's it for this one. Until next time, stay padded. All these words